You ever had a moment where the world just stops? Where your blood goes cold, and all you can hear is the sound of your own heartbeat? That was me, the day she hurt my little girl. She didn't see a child. She saw a target. And she didn't see me. She saw a neighbor to control. But what she didn't know was that the man standing across that lawn wasn't just a father. He was trained to deal with threats far worse than her. Power isn't in authority. It's in principle. Authority can be given, taken, or faked, but principle is born from the soul. It's the line you draw when no one's watching. It's the moment you choose what's right, even when it costs you comfort, status, or peace. People with authority often mistake control for power. They think rules, titles, and signatures make them strong. But control fades the moment fear disappears. Real power doesn't need permission. It stands firm, even when the world shakes around it. It doesn't demand respect. It earns it quietly, through action. When someone tries to dominate you with authority, they're trying to make you forget who you are. They want to make you believe that compliance is peace, but principle doesn't bow. It doesn't crumble. It endures because it's built on truth. When you act from principle, you don't react out of anger or ego. You respond with purpose. That's the difference between power and force. Force needs validation. Power doesn't. Authority speaks louder, but principle lasts longer. It's what separates the loud from the strong, the rulers from the real leaders, the ones who hold titles from the ones who hold integrity. The moment you realize this, the moment you stop chasing permission and start living by your own moral compass, that's when you become unshakable. That's when no title, no threat, no superior can own your peace. Because what you stand for becomes greater than what they can take from you. True strength is calm under injustice. It's easy to explode when you're wronged, to let anger take control and burn everything in sight. But real strength isn't loud. It's steady. It's the ability to breathe through the storm while the world tries to pull you apart. When injustice hits, people expect chaos. They expect you to break, to fight, to lose yourself. But when you stay calm, when you hold your silence instead of your rage, you become something far more powerful than they ever imagined. Calmness under fire isn't weakness, it's control. It's the moment you choose not to let someone else dictate your energy. Because injustice is loud, manipulative, and desperate for reaction. The calm person takes its power away. Every breath you hold in patience, every second you stay centered when others try to provoke you, is proof that your spirit is stronger than their noise. That silence unsettles them. It reminds them that they can't reach your peace no matter how much they push. And while the world watches chaos unfold, your calmness becomes a weapon. It's what turns the victim into the victor, not through revenge, but through resilience. True strength doesn't come from muscles, anger, or words. It comes from the discipline to stay unmoved when everything around you screams for reaction. It's the quiet voice inside that says, "I know who I am," even when no one else understands. When you master calm in the face of injustice, you don't just survive the moment, you rise above it, untouchable, unbroken, and fully in control of your own story. Justice doesn't shout. It arrives in silence. It doesn't need an audience, applause, or permission to move. It walks quietly, steady and sure, through the noise of lies and the fog of arrogance. Those who scream for control think volume will make them right. But justice doesn't compete with noise. It waits, it watches. It lets time expose what words try to hide. When the truth finally steps forward, it doesn't announce itself with anger or chaos. It simply reveals, and in that revelation, every mask falls away. Real justice isn't about revenge or proving a point. It's about restoration. It's about balance returning to a place that was once corrupted. The silent kind of justice is terrifying because it doesn't warn, it doesn't argue, it just acts. It moves when it's ready, and when it does, no one can stop it. You can lie for a while, manipulate for a while, pretend for a while, but truth always has patience on its side. It knows that silence doesn't mean weakness. It means preparation. Those who live by deceit fear silence the most, because in silence, they hear their own guilt echo back. And those who stand for truth learn to trust that justice doesn't forget. It may take time, it may move slowly, but when it comes, it doesn't ask for permission. It arrives with a calm so heavy that even the guilty can feel its weight pressing down. Justice doesn't shout because it doesn't need to. The sound of truth standing tall is louder than any voice raised in pride. It simply arrives unannounced, undeniable, and unshakable.